Hey guys, today I'm feeling the call to speak about the change that's happening in the world right now and how we, as homos with spiritual gifts, play a role in that change. I've heard a lot of people talk about the apocalypse, the world is falling apart. There's so much horrible things that are happening in the world right now. And from one perspective, absolutely 100% that's true. And there's also another perspective for us to take. And for those of us with sensitivities and gifts that we know that we are here to bring to the world, we have to take the perspective, the broader perspective, that the world is undergoing a transformation of consciousness and that we play a role in that. It is our time to step forward as way showers, healers, guides, magicians. It's our time to step forward, and I can kind of see my hands in the shadow here, to step out of the shadows and into the light, because the world needs us right now. And they need all, they need thousands, millions of us who have been in the shadows for maybe our whole lives, preparing for this moment. Something in our souls said yes to agreeing to be a homo who has these spiritual gifts and probably also experienced a lot of challenge, a lot of struggle within the early part of life or up until this moment, because there's an activation that's happening. There's an activation that's happening by seeing that all of the systems that were supposed to be designed to take care of us, humans, that all of those systems are falling apart because they weren't actually designed to take care of us. They weren't actually designed for the betterment of all of us. And we, as homos who've been on the outside, who have these gifts, who have been ostracized, we already know that those systems don't work. We already know. We've already been through this kind of shakeup, this devastation that so many people are now starting to go through, in which their world that they thought was just tick these boxes and I'm going to be good and I'm going to sail on into retirement and blah, blah, blah. They're now seeing, oh, wow, that's not real. That's not true. The world as I've known it is no longer. And what's happening is this birthing of a new level of consciousness. And it's happening through the devastation that's happening, right? It looks like probably like childbirth. It looks like death. It looks like terror. It looks like the greatest pain that could possibly exist. But what it's birthing is a new reality. And the reason that I'm talking to you about this is because we've already been through the devastation, the terror, the confusion, the shadows. We've already gone through the depths of pain, and we've already tapped into the sensitivities that now people who've been kind of numb have to tap into. And we've already grieved the things that we wished could have been our reality. We've already grieved, and maybe we are still grieving, but that's part of the process, is grieving the things that we wished could have existed. The childhood that we wish that we could have had. The tending to, the care, the understanding that we wish we could have had. And our soul knows that it's perfect, that all of the ostracizing, I'll put it that way, all of the ostracizing that we have experienced, all of the being put on the sidelines, all of the standing in the shadows, all of these things that we've already experienced, our soul said, yeah, give me that. Because I know that I have purpose. And that if I move through some of those really deeply, darkly challenging moments, that I will have the fortitude to step forward and be a way shower, a guide, a healer for this particular moment in the world. So please do not let this moment, do not let what's happening in the external and the fall of the systems that weren't working for us in the first place, do not let the fall of all of those things bring you down. Grieve as much as you need to. And this is a call to action. This is a reminder to you that you are here on purpose. And this is the moment. So there's things that want to be birthed through you. And I will say that when I'm talking about healers, guides, way showers, I'm talking about any way that you do that. I include in that artists, I include in that anyone who can help other people see a new way. So you are meant to be a vessel. You are meant to be a channel for the divine, for your highest self, for your soul, for life to pour through in this moment. If you are kind of tiptoeing and saying, yeah, but how, I don't know if my voice is really needed. I don't know if my art is really needed. I don't know if who I am is really that powerful. This moment is your moment to transform that. So if you are in that state of like questioning your worth and your value, questioning the love that you have for yourself, all of those things, if you are questioning any of that, great. Focus solely on that. This is a moment in which you doing everything that you can to fortify yourself and to gather all of the gifts that you have and move through the resistance that tells you that you can't or you shouldn't offer these gifts. That's your single intention right now, because on the other side of that, not only do you add value to the world in this moment, not only are your gifts needed, but along with that, the fulfillment that you have been seeking is on the other side. Because you're not going to be fulfilled by trivial jobs, relationships, forms of self expression. It doesn't cut it anymore. And you've probably noticed that. And so that's why it doesn't cut it, because your soul knows that you're meant for more. So the finances that you have been craving, the relationships, the fulfillment of being self-expressed, the acknowledgement, all of those things are on the other side of you getting to the place where you fully let yourself be the channel and the vessel for the light. Do not, please do not hold back any longer. We desperately need you. And any of the challenges that you're going through, any of the hardships that you're going through right now, they're not by accident and they're not because you are messing up. They're happening to expand you and grow you. They're happening to push you. So let's say you're like, you have a 9 to 5 job and something's happening there. Either you're getting let go or it's just not feeling like a place that you can work anymore. That's not because you're doing something wrong or the universe has a curse against you. It's because you're not meant to be there anymore. It's because there's more for you. There's more for us from you. And if you were to stay there, we would never receive that. And your soul would never have that fulfillment of what it knows it's here to do. So anything that's happening in your life that is looking like challenge right now, that feels like, oh my God, this is really pushing my edges and it's pushing my sense of sanity right now. That's wonderful. If you can say to yourself, I have no idea why this is happening other than I know that it's expanding me. If you can take that perspective, then you can start to receive, you can start to move through the process a little bit more quickly. You are here to be a channel, a vessel of love, truth, light, beauty, to show people it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We got this. I got you. We have each other. I cannot express enough how thankful I am that you are still here and that you exist. And if no one else is seeing your gifts right now, you acknowledge that. You acknowledge that you have gifts. You acknowledge even that the things that you wish weren't, like your sensitivity, that is a gift. And it's going to be more than ever needed and valued. So keep going. Focus on moving past that resistance to share yourself. Do everything that you need to do to heal the past, to love on yourself, because we need you. The world is not in an apocalypse. I guess to some degree it is, meaning the end of the old. The end of the old. We're here to birth the new. You are here to birth the new. Stay focused. Stay in love. Let the relationships, the work, anything that isn't in alignment with where you're headed, let it fall apart. Let yourself grieve as it does. You don't have to spiritually bypass, but it's leaving for a reason. Let life move you forward, even when you don't understand. For those of you who want or need support, I have a lot of options below to help you at this particular moment in your process to step forward, to move beyond that comfort zone. One of them is Lifted Love. This is a self-study, self-love program. And the men who've gone through it, it's been amazing to get the feedback from these guys and to hear how it's helped them. I also have a free self-love workshop that you can also find below. And there's small group programs that are coming up and working with me one-on-one if that feels right. So much love to you. Stay the course. I love you. I'll see you soon.